Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Breaking Bets, Episode 4, and Monday Night Football is cursed. Nick Chubb, out for the year.
What's it, the past 5 games there's been a season-ending injury?
Yeah, one of them almost being a life-ending injury.
Yeah, well, we can count that, I guess.
Yeah, not funny, but true.
So who were the week one? Rodgers, and then who else? Rodgers, Chubb.
The week before, so I'm trying to think, like the last Monday Night Football of last season, it was DeMar Hamlin breaking down.
Oh, and there was one before that,
The
right?
one before that, I think, was Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Tore his
yeah.
ACL.
Oh, yeah.
Then the Rodgers Achilles.
Yeah, I can't tell you how depressed I was when I watched his leg just completely snap.
And I'm not even just upset that it's Cruz, one of my fantasy teams. I just feel bad for the guy. That might be the most gruesome leg injury
besides
I saw.
McCaffrey, he's my favorite running back in the NFL. True running back.
No, he's so nasty. It sucks.
Yeah, my fantasy season is... I'm only in one league, and my season's officially over, boys. I mean...
Well, don't count out yet.
Oh, I'm counting out. When you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's tweaked. Amari Cooper tweaked his hamstring. Breece Hall's still coming back from ACL. Pacheco is pretty hurt this week, too. Brandon Ayuk's out tonight. Then we got fucking...
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I got you
Justice Hill, who I picked up on the waiver, now his hammy's bugging him. Joe Burrow, his calf injury is fucked. I mean, boys, you just got to... Sometimes you just got to lay down.
I got you with Cam Akers.
I'll give you Sean Tucker.
Speaking of, another breaking headline is Cam Akers to the Vikings. That makes them how much better now?
I think he'll be better than Madison, to be honest.
Cam Akers and Alexander Madison, top what running back duo in the NFL?
32. Mid-off. It's actually the battle of mid. Like, literally.
I actually don't think Akers is that bad.
No, I don't either, but I just think it was a situation in L.A. They were out together.
No, but I think this also shows that the Vikings don't believe in Mattinson to be a true RB1.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Mattinson sucks. I knew they were going to
He hasn't looked good. Fumble week 1, and he scored week 1, but that was it.
I don't even think the Vikings are that bad. I just think their defense is just kind of ass.
Yeah.
Brian Flores came, but I don't think they can save him.
No, especially not this year with the lack of talent.
Yeah, speaking of defenses, breaking news today, Trayvon Diggs is out for the season with an ACL tear that he had in practice. Tough hit to the Cowboys.
Do you guys think that changes the defense or just the team as a outlook?
Oh, absolutely. He's one of the best players on the team in general.
I think the defense
ball
is still going to be elite.
That they have a nasty front seven, and now I think Gilmore's still good. He's not like
Oh, yeah,
top tier,
100%.
but- No, I still think they got an elite defense. Definitely a big hit though. Less interceptions now, but
Gives you the chance.
He's definitely the ball hawk.
I'll tell you what, Joe. This gives your Cowboys playoff some light.
Yeah, they have such an easy cakewalk of a schedule. It's like annoying me.
Well, they have an easy schedule for the first 3 weeks. They got lucky that Rodgers was hurt. I don't know if the Jets would have won that game, but definitely would have been difficult.
I feel like this year and last year, there's way more friggin' superstar injuries than like any year before.
Yeah,
it just
it's already
feels
starting.
like so common.
Who's playing this month? Oh, there's 2 Monday night
Philly
games.
and Tampa, which
We'll get into it.
yeah, we'll get into
Let's
that.
predict the injuries. No, I'm kidding. That's messed up.
But yeah. So a couple other things I wanted to get into is college football. Great slate this weekend. We're looking forward to a great slate. You got Florida State at Clemson at the noon slate. You got Colorado versus Oregon. A lot of people think Oregon's going to smack them around and give them a reality check. What do you guys think?
No, I'm all in.
I'm not
Do you
saying
think they win or...
I'm not
They always
saying
cover.
Colorado's going to win, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than people are like panning it out to be.
So last time I checked, Colorado was a 21 and a half point underdog.
That's a little crazy to me.
It is in Oregon.
Well,
so.
Travis Hunter's out too, so
Yeah, I mean,
reasonable.
I think it's going to be closer than 21.
I mean,
I believe.
all Oregon has to do to win this game is not make it personal. Literally, all they got to do.
I think someone tried to pull up a clip of their coach. I think it was in the beginning of the season, if I'm not mistaken. They asked him what they thought about Colorado moving out of the Big 12. And the coach was like, well, what have they done the past 11 years, they haven't won anything. So, I guess he kind of made it personal early in the year. But we'll see. And then after that, we have Ole Miss at Bama. That could be interesting. Bama starting Milroe again. Still think the guy really.
Ole Miss is gonna win.
I'm just not in on Alabama this year at all for any game.
That's a game I just don't think I'm gonna touch. I just because Bama could win.
What was Bama like plus 300?
No, they're favored by 7.
Oh God.
Then after that, we have UCLA at Utah. That's going to be a close one. A little Pac-12 battle. Then we have Iowa at Penn State. Penn State's at home. I don't really think this is going to be an interesting one. Penn State's really good this year. Then the big one, Ohio State at Notre Dame. Who you guys taking?
Ohio.
I feel like just in recent history you say Ohio, but I kind of like Notre Dame.
I kind of like Notre Dame this year
fan.
too.
Now I'm having a brain fart. What's the quarterback's name? Oh, Sam
McCord. Oh, yeah, for Notre Dame.
Yeah, kid's nasty.
He's all right. I watched him play one game, and he was shitting against NC State. But, yeah, anyways, that's a college slate for this week. And then I also had another funny thing to bring up. Chris Russo, you know who Mad Dog is?
Oh, yeah,
on First Take. He laid out, like, the perfect little layout of how your college football Saturday should be. So he's going to take a gummy, split it in half, take that gummy, drink a cocktail, then call his bookie, and he's going to put 10 dimes on Colorado to cover the spread. I believe it was. So I think Chris Russo might have just gave the greatest layout of all time for college football Saturdays.
For sure.
Might have to ride the wave.
Yeah. And then another thing I wanted to bring up before we get into our power rankings was a tweet that this guy put out. So after the hit that guy laid out on Travis Hunter on Saturday, this guy tweeted, "Y'all doing too much now, bro. Terrible play. He should have been ejaculated as soon as I seen that hit. I would have ejaculated him. But to say he needs to be banned from competing in college football ever again is crazy, dog. Y'all acting soft AF."
He wouldn't be soft if he's getting ejaculated.
No, he would not be. But Deion handled that pretty perfectly. He told everyone to lay off him. He forgave him and all that stuff. But I thought that tweet was pretty funny. That kid should definitely not be ejaculated on the field.
No, I wouldn't ejaculate him on the field.
Not in public.
No. All right, boys. Any other headlines for the week?
Not that I can think of.
The Travis Taylor thing got confirmed.
Oh, by Jason.
Oh, yeah, it did.
That's big news. That's pretty big news.
A lot of people are getting sick of it, the Swifties. I've been seeing they're like, no, we don't want this, but you know what? Why not ride the wave?
Well,
He's a Super Bowl champion 2 times.
Want it to ruin Travis's career.
I don't think it will. He's getting a little old anyways.
34.
He needs to settle down.
No, you got a point. Superstar duo right there.
All right, you want to get into the power rankings?
Yes, I'm excited. I want to get into the draft, but I know we got to wait.
Oh, Jesus. All right, you want to start off, Cabral?
Yeah, I'm going to go from 10 to 1 this time. Okay. So at 10, sneaking into it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker, he'd really proven me right. I thought he could lead a stable offense in Tampa, and it's going well. I'm not saying they're Super Bowl contenders, but I think it's literally just down to them and the Saints, I think, for the division. The Falcons started off good, but I think they'll cool off. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs win. I have them ranked above the Saints. But getting in at number 9 is Detroit. They would have been higher, honestly, if they beat Seattle because they just came off a win against the Chiefs. But I think 9's fair. Then I got the Jaguars coming off a boring, low-scoring loss, but I still think they're a top 10 team. Their defense looks great. At 7, this might be a little low, but I have Baltimore down here. I just don't think they're quite on the same level of the teams above them. But they're still a really great team, probably going to win that division. But at 6, I got the Bills. I think they're just middle tier of elite teams. Then 5, Chiefs. 4, Eagles. 3, I still have the Cowboys, but obviously the Trayvon Diggs injury could be a big impact. But I just think their defense still elite, their offense upper tier.
Yeah, we're just going based off, the first 2 weeks.
And then number 2, I wish I could put them 1, but, I got to put my Finnies at 2.
Yep.
looking really good. And then at 1, I obviously have probably the consensus number 1 with San Francisco.
Yeah. I think we have the same top 8.
In order?
No, not in order, but we just have like the same top 8.
We're similar.
So, yeah, I think our like 9 and 10s are just going to be a little different. But for my 10, I have the Falcons 2-0. Got to respect it.
No, I do.
Their defense looks good. They beat a pretty good Green Bay Packers team. You know, Green Bay Packers didn't really make any like huge mistakes, and they still beat them. And they came back on top of that too.
But without Watson and Aaron Jones.
That's true. That's true.
2 of their best weapons.
2-0 is 2-0, so I'm
Of
putting
course.
them there. 9, I have the Rams.
I forgot about the Rams. They're looking good.
So I wanted to put the Bucks in there. I have the Bucks at 12. I think they could sneak if they put up a good game against the Eagles. I can see them sneaking into the top 10. It's getting a little hard because those top 8 teams are just hard to fucking interchange, and especially if the Bengals start becoming good.
Yeah.
Then we have another solidified top 9 teams, unless any of those teams just start shit in the bed.
If the Bucks lose this game by less than a touchdown, I think they move up in my rankings, honestly.
Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, so I have the Rams at 9. They beat Seattle. No one thought they were going to. They were, I think, 5 or 6 point underdogs.
Yep.
And then they put up a pretty competitive game against San Francisco. Realistically, they should have lost by 10. San Fran should have covered the spread, but Vegas put in a nice little call. And Sean McVay even said, yeah, I guess it pissed a lot of people in Vegas. He knew what he was doing. It's crazy. I want to know, like, how Vegas is, like, calling these people and getting the phone lines to just everyone. But, anyways, I have the Bills at 8, just because they lost to it. Zach Wilson Jets in Week 1. Can't forget that. They did what they were supposed to do in Week 2. I had them outside the top 10 for that. They had their little jail time. Now they're bouncing back. I have the Jaguars at 7. I think I had them at like 6 or 5 last week maybe. Not putting up a touchdown doesn't help their case. I have the Ravens at 6. 2-0 is 2-0. They look pretty good so far. They versed the Colts this week. I think they'll probably dominate them.
Yeah.
And they might move up after that. 5, I have the Chiefs. Just because, their offense isn't anything crazy yet, and they did lose Week 1, obviously without Kelsey and Chris Jones, but I think you still got to put them top 5. I have the Eagles at 4, 2-0. They're 2-0, but they're letting teams, like, stay into the game, and not to mention, it was the Vikings and the Patriots. Like, think about if they verse like a team like the Cowboys or the Dolphins or any of those like top tier teams, like they can't let that happen. So we'll see. 3, I have the Dolphins. Little bit less of a good performance against the Patriots this week. 2, I have the Cowboys. 70-10.
Nah, that's
70-10 point differential. I know they versed the Giants and the Jets, but I feel like you just got to put them top 2 after those 2 performances. And then 1, I have the 49ers. Don't think we really need to explain that.
49ers might have, honestly, the best offense and defense in the league.
100%.
I've seen someone that said like that McCaffrey trade might be one of the best like trades in NFL history.
Yeah, and they got fleeced by the Dolphins, too, with that fucking Trey Lance pick trade.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Fins up.
At 10, I have Lions and Rams. I honestly can't decide
That's
who
fair.
I want to put at 10. I think I might go Rams, though, at 10. Just because of that, what's his name?
Pookie Wookie.
Puka
Nakua.
Yeah, he's unreal, dude. 9, I have Bucks just because of that defense. I gave him a lot of shit, like, in the beginning of the season. Baker hate all around, but that defense, Mike Evans, is, like, playing out to be. 8, I have Jags.
Fair.
A little lower than us, but I think it's fair still, yeah.
Only at 8 because, I mean, they were in a close game with the Chiefs, like, the whole slate, but I don't know. Did Lawrence not even throw a touchdown that game?
No.
Like, that's pretty bad. 7, Bills, they played the Raiders, like, didn't really show anything. I'm still on that Week 1 performance against the Jets was terrible.
Yep.
6, Chiefs, they would be higher, but, again, wicked close game with the Jags. They should have at least scored multiple touchdowns in the first half, but they didn't even have one. 5, Ravens. This I kind of want to swap them with Dallas just because of the injury with Trayvon Diggs. But, again, we're basing it off the first 2 weeks. For the Finningtons.
Ooh.
That's low. That is low and disrespectful.
Just because it was a way closer game than I expected with the Patriots. But Patriots aren't
still covered.
Patriots aren't that bad this year, so like I can respect it. And then 3 Dallas, surprisingly.
Who do you have 2?
Eagles.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. I think they'll be better than they have been the past 2 weeks. And then 1, the Niners, just because they're the Niners.
Yeah, no explanation for that.
Yeah, like can't really say anything that we haven't said the past 2 weeks for them.
Yeah, so we're pretty much all on the same page with our top 10, just kind of ordered differently. All right.
Are we getting into spreads?
We'll get into our picks and
I kind of
spreads
want to put the
competition.
Packers in my top 10. But
Nick is not here today, but we'll ask him for his picks tomorrow,
Get it up on
and
the
we'll
IG.
get it up on the graphics. Again, we're going to put out an offer, $20 to anyone who likes and follows us. Should we post it on the Instagram or the TikTok? Because TikTok's not really popping for us right now, and I mean, a lot of the boys, you know, they interact with us on the Instagram.
just post everything on every platform.
On every platform, and then just put it on a wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to put this out on every platform. $20 to whoever likes and follows us. If you beat all 4 of us, like our opponent did last week, so unfortunately the pot is not $25 this week. It is $20 this week. We will pay you $20 if you beat all 4 of us.
All you got to do is like this clip, like on TikTok or Instagram, and you have to be following.
Yes.
Not like every video.
And then we'll put it in a wheel generator, and then if you get picked, we'll ask you for your picks. We'll post our picks beforehand, and then
We could make it interesting and do one of those like duck race simulators and we'll 10. If we only get like 10 people, it works. 10 or less.
we'll see about
Dude,
it.
we got like 4
Post the
people.
clip.
But yeah, so why not? You know, tell your friends, tell your buddies, because if you don't beat us, pot goes up.
Tell your mamas.
All right, let's get into the picks, boys.
I'll start off.
Find the page.
I got it on right here if you want to look at my phone.
Well, I have like the spreads and shit too.
All
All right, first game we didn't post the graphic this week, but we'll probably be recording at the beginning of this game during our draft.
We can still just say it.
Yeah. So 49ers Giants, are the 49ers still minus 10.5?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm riding with that.
Okay.
I'm just going to take that flat out.
So you're taking both money line and that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Niners to win, Giants to cover, just because Danny Dimes is 17-6 against the spread as a road dog, and on top of that, I feel like the Niners are gonna get up ahead early, and later in the game, Danny Dimes might backdoor it.
Yeah. Nice.
Like I don't think it'll be a close game whatsoever, but I just feel like I'm just gonna take the backdoor cover.
I'm going to go with Joseph here. I'm going to just take Niners minus 10.5, not even thinking about it.
Just because their best offensive weapons out.
And
Yeah.
McCaffrey played 100% of the snaps last week. Like that's insane.
Someone should text Nick, get this pick before it comes out so we can announce it live on the show. It won't even affect the competition for against the guest picker, but
Joe, you want to text him?
I'll text him right now.
So next game I have Titans Browns. Browns are favored by 3.5.
I'm going to take Titans plus 3.5. And actually, you know what? I'm going to take Titans outright.
I'm riding with that too. I think Nick Chubb's a huge hit. Deshaun Watson does not look nearly as good as he used to be.
No.
In fact, I have an interesting stat to you guys. I'm going to compare player A and player B, and you tell me which one is better. Player A, 69.1 completion percentage compared to player B, 55.1 completion percentage. Player A, 3-0 touchdown interception ratio. Player B, 2-2 touchdown to interception ratio. Player A, 490 passing yards. Player B, 389 passing yards. And player B also has 1 fumble. You want to guess who player A is?
Player A.
I know you know who it is, so fuck off.
Player A is 100% my boy, The Big Show.
Yep.
Mr.
So
Dangerous.
player A is Baker Mayfield. Player B is Deshaun Watson.
For 170 mil less.
So, what are these stats from, like, the start of the season, like 2 weeks in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's just based
Baker's
off this
lap.
season.
Okay. Oh, just the season.
Yeah.
Right, I gotcha. Now, yeah, I mean, like, the money difference isn't worth it. I don't see Watson getting back to the elite, you know.
he missed
like,
a whole year.
and honestly, Watson's stats in Houston, I know it's hard to argue this, but they were inflated. Guy had one of the worst defenses. He had D-Hop.
And Will Fuller. Deep
Yeah.
threats.
I can't find my
Arian
pencil. I can't
Foster.
write down these picks.
It fell between the cushions earlier.
Oh, there it is.
I should have said something.
Great podcasting. But, all right.
No, Baker's better.
So I'll write
100%.
that down. So you have Titans and Titans.
Yep. Joe, who do you got?
I have Titans minus 3.5.
Plus 3.5.
Plus 3.5. I'm looking at the Browns game as I say that.
And then,
So you're taking them outright in the spread?
Yeah.
So we're all taking Titans in the spread. All right. This one is a big game for both teams. Both 0-2. Chargers and Vikings.
Chargers. Wait, what's the spread?
Vikings
Eckler,
minus 1.5.
Eckler might be out again. He hasn't practiced all this week.
I don't care. I'm riding better defense. Neither are great. And I'm riding Herbert over Cousins. Give me the Chargers. Both money line and spread.
I'm going to take the Vikings money line and spread just because it's a close spread. Vikings are also home.
And is it 1 p.m.?
It is
It-
1
it
p.m.
is.
I might make a mistake, but, you know, I'm going
I already
to. Kirk
wrote-
looked great on
I
prime
already
time,
wrote it
actually.
down. He has the most
did.
passing
I
yards in the
called it.
league.
I literally called it. I said he's reversed this year.
He has the most passing yards in the league. It's just that defense that's kind of screwing them.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I might have to go with Cabral here.
All right, you
Chargers?
and Cabral always agreeing.
Nah, I don't know.
Always fading me. Gotcha. Cool.
Just I'm saying I think opposite is a follow.
So is Cabral, I guess. All right, next game. Do you think, before that, do you think if, like, Brandon Staley loses this game, I think he should be fired if
He
he
should have been
starts out
fired
0-3.
after like the playoff game against Jacksonville.
He should have been fired. Yeah. No, 100%.
And just made Kellen Moore the head coach or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
They
100%.
hired him as head coach.
All right, next game, Patriots versus Jets. I'm going to assume we're all taking the Patriots
Yeah,
minus
so-
2.5.
The Jets are 0-14 the last 14 matchups against the Patriots.
I saw a quote by Garrett Wilson talking about how, like, bad that is and stuff, and, you know, it's disrespectful or something like that
He's
people still
0-2
do.
against Mac Jones.
Going Jets spread, Patriots money line. Going big balls here. Hoping this Jets defense wins them this game.
I'm going
Yeah, their
Patriots
offense won't.
money line.
Gotcha, Cabral. Pats.
Minus 2.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pats and Pats.
You got to think. Everyone and their mother is going to bet the Pats. Vegas is going to sneak something
Well,
up.
honestly, they're not even that much favorites, so, like...
That's what I'm saying. Everyone and their mother is going to bet it.
I made this mistake with Pittsburgh in week 1.
I did too.
Where they were plus 2.5 against the Niners somehow. And that came to bite me in the ass. So, you know what? Sometimes when a spread's there that looks too easy,
It might
you
be.
just got to take it.
Nah, but I'm going to stick to my guns. Jets spread, Pats money line.
Yeah, you already said it. So, all right, next game. Bills versus a 2-0 Washington Commanders.
Spread?
Spread is Bills minus 6.5.
And I'm going to take that. Bills minus 6.5. I like Washington's defense this year, but Josh Allen still needs to find his game. I think this is the game he's going to find it.
I'm going to go Bills money line, Commanders plus 6.5. The Commanders are 2-0, so it's like... It's like...
No, I'm gonna ride with you on that.
I
I'm gonna
think they're a
go.
good
I'm gonna
team.
go Bills money line, Commanders spread. Washington's also home,
Okay, that's a big factor.
and
honestly.
they've been playing competitive football. And the Bills, wiped
But they've
out the
been playing
Raiders, but
two pretty bad teams.
No, yeah, they
Denver and Arizona.
did. Yeah. But I think you could compare Buffalo's defense to Denver's defense.
But the offense?
No, obviously the offense is a big difference. But I don't know. I just have a weird feeling.
yeah,
The
this
running game
this
looks
seems
good.
like one of those games where Commanders could.
I
Could
gotta-
shock the world.
Another thing to
Shock the
say
world,
is
yeah.
James Cook actually looks really good for Buffalo.
Yeah, he does.
So another thing.
170 rushing
So
yards.
funny you mentioned him. Actually, he just had a baby. So anytime touchdown scorer, James
Yeah, I
Cook,
might have to take
fucking
that.
bucket.
Dedicated to the baby.
100%. Happens all the time.
They don't really run in the red zone too much, though, unless it's Josh.
I know, they've been putting Lat Murray in the goal line situations.
So we just need a big receiving touchdown from James Cook.
100%.
It's doable.
But all right, you got your picks in for that. So next game, Houston-Jacksonville. Jacksonville's -8.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take Jacksonville -8.5.
I think that's
Stroud.
ridiculous.
It is a little ridiculous, but
Stroud looks good.
So I have an interesting
They have a few
stat.
weapons out.
I have an interesting stat. It's either at home against the Texans or just at home in general. Trevor Lawrence has never covered the spread as a favorite.
No, I just think that spread's too big for a team that didn't even score a touchdown last week.
That's the only reason I'm taking it. I think they bounce back.
No, I do too. They're gonna get a touchdown, but I think I'm taking Houston spread, but I do think the Jags are gonna win.
Yeah, I'm taking the same.
Houston's defense looks good too.
Just based off that one stat, Trevor Lawrence has never covered at home.
I just think 8.5 for a divisional game's a little much.
Yeah, that too. It's a divisional game. Also.
I'll take it. So.
And Houston really hasn't looked that bad.
Stroud hasn't thrown a pick, which I'm shocked.
No, he's fourth in the league in passing yards too.
Yeah, no, he looks good. They just got to find a way to get the run game going.
Next game we have Colts at Ravens.
So is Richardson back?
No clue.
He's
Ravens
questionable right now.
are
Either way-
-8.5. I'm gonna take Baltimore on both.
Yeah, me too. I think Minshew's gonna play pretty good though if he starts.
Yeah.
But
Well, on fantasy right now, it has Richardson projected 19 points. So it looks like he's playing according to the fantasy guys, which you can't go off. But either way, I'm going to go Ravens 8.5 too.
yeah,
I think this is the
It
week
makes
the
sense.
Colts kind of come back down to earth and play to their expectations instead
like
of going
they
above.
got Zach Moss in the backfield.
No, I know. They just put up 30 points with one half of Anthony Richardson.
Yeah. Next game I have Atlanta at Detroit. Detroit's favored by 3.
I'm going to take Detroit -3. I think they bounce back after this loss against Seattle. And I think Atlanta just gets their first loss. I just find it hard to believe Desmond Ridder starts the season 3-0.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Detroit -3.5. I just think this is the Falcons' first real matchup.
Yeah,
it's gonna
yeah.
first
Minus, well, yeah, but
alternate. I'll do 3.5.
all right.
Just add it in there for some extra juice.
So I'm gonna take Detroit also for the money line, but I'm gonna take Atlanta +3. I think they win in a close one. Somehow the Lions always keep it close.
Yeah.
So I just think if they win by a field goal or a touchdown. I'm gonna take a field goal because I think Atlanta's a good team.
And Atlanta's defense looks really good, and I'm not a believer in Detroit's defense at all. I think big game out of Bijan again. I think this guy's going to keep getting better.
Bijan. This better be a big game for Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, fast.
Speaking of rookie running
backs,
Yep.
going head to head.
Yeah, but
This is the game where they have to feed Gibbs.
Yeah.
Especially if Monty's out. But next thing you know, Craig Reynolds is going to get 20 carries.
Yeah.
So.
yeah,
That's something
this
that
is
would
a
happen.
this is a big game for Atlanta to prove that they're a legit team.
Yeah.
I mean, somehow that NFC South that we thought was going to be so bad, we got 3 teams looking at 2-0. I believe we got the Saints. The Bucks 2-0.
Yeah.
The Bucks are 2-0, and then you got the fucking
Wait, are the Bucks 2-0?
Yeah.
yeah, and then you got the Falcons that are 2-0.
Panthers
So-
suck though. So
Yeah, so
as a division, I think they might have the best record in the NFL.
yeah,
right
that
now.
fucking division that we thought was going to be so
everyone
bad.
thought it would be the East, the AFC East.
Yeah.
That would
I
have
mean,
the
it's
best.
only week 2, but hey, 2-0 is 2-0.
Yeah, it is.
What's a division this year that has underwhelmed you?
AFC North.
I was
easily.
just about to say the same thing. You got the Bengals 0-2, Browns 1-1, Steelers 1-1. The Ravens are going to win that division.
Yeah.
The Bengals have a tough schedule.
The thing about the Bengals is that calf injury could linger for so long with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I'll get into it once we get
Well,
to
there
that
were
game.
talks in the Well, yeah, we'll just get into it. at
Yeah.
the Bengals game.
So, next game, New Orleans at Green Bay. Green Bay is favored by 1.5.
I'm going to take Green Bay -1.5. Aaron Jones expected to play. I'm pretty sure Watson is too.
Yeah.
So now they're going to have all their offensive guys out there. No one's out on their defense, I believe. And I think the Saints kind of come down to earth too. They haven't outplayed their expectations, but I don't see them starting 3-0.
I'm with you on that. They played shitty against the Titans. No, I don't think the Titans are scrubs, but they definitely should have put up more points against them. That game was like 6 field goals.
Yeah.
And they really didn't, like, they should have blown the Panthers out of the water. I know Jamal Williams got hurt, but
Still, like, a veteran quarterback, good weapons.
yeah.
Like,
Bryce Young looks like shit.
Yeah.
He's out this week,
Michael
too.
Thomas looks pretty good.
Michael and Bryce Young's out.
I believe
Yeah.
so. I
Oh,
think he's
wow.
most likely out there.
Who's
ruled
starting? PJ Walker?
No, Andy Dalton.
Oh, I forgot they got the red
Why
rifle.
do I feel like they might get their first win with Andy Dalton?
No, I know. I think
They
they're
get-
better off with Andy.
They actually might be able to
To
win
win
now.
right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Green Bay -1.5 also. Christian Watson,
Green Bay,
Aaron
Green Bay.
Jones. We haven't really seen their full potential yet.
No.
Packers.
I still think they look phenomenal. Like, I think they look way better than they did last year. Jordan Love looks like a great QB.
yeah.
Their chance, Jaden Reed, like solidify themselves as the wide receiver 1 over Watson, or you think Watson's got that unlocked?
I think Watson has it
looked
on
so
lock,
good
but,
last season.
but Reed is looking really good.
What do we
All
got
right.
next?
Next game,
Your favorite.
your Finns versus the Denver Broncos. Out of spite, I'm taking Miami on both ends, and I just think it's a smarter play.
Fins up!
Broncos start out 0-3. Couldn't be any happier about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Dolphins -6.5.
Yeah, me too. Well, you're not going to see me once. I don't care the spread. I don't care the matchup. I'm always going to ride the Fins.
I'm the
Fins
same
spread.
way with the Patriots, so respect.
All right, that about wraps it up for that conversation. But all right,
Well,
next.
Waddle might be out though, so the spread could be a little risky.
I don't really care. They're gonna
Nah,
blow 'em
either
out of the
way.
water. I'm not, dude. I already said
Baramos?
I'm not taking the Broncos once this season. Don't care. Next game, we were just talking about it. Carolina at Seattle. Bryce Young is out. Seattle's favored by -6.5.
This could be one of those games where it's like closer than people like realize.
Calling a trap game on this.
Andy Dalton, prime time. Actually, no, it's a 4:00 game.
I kind of zoned out for a sec. Carolina versus no.
You're all right, dude.
Seattle.
Oh, I'm gonna take Carolina +6.5. Seattle money line.
Yeah, it
I think
makes
with
sense.
With the red rifle, he can cover the spread.
So you're going with that too, Joe?
Yeah,
I'm taking Seattle on both ends.
Andy Dalton has like the
I
nicest.
think Carolina looks like shit. And I think if they get the first pick this year, they should honestly consider grabbing Caleb Williams.
Just trading Bryce.
Yeah.
Trade Bryce to the Jets. Let him learn from Aaron.
no, they should trade him to the Vikings.
I think any of these teams that have young quarterbacks, if they have the opportunity to get Caleb Williams, you get Caleb Williams.
And
He's
then
going
you
to be
just-
the
I think-
fucking deal.
I think if Vikings go 0-3, they might be looking towards that.
I saw something on Twitter where like they would think about dealing Kirk to someone who like needs a quarterback.
Jefferson and Caleb would be crazy,
No, that would
Yeah.
be ridiculous.
and Jordan Addison. That
for
would
the
be
next 10 years.
That would
too.
be a nasty offense.
Yeah,
10
I
years
feel like
minimum.
all the NFL teams are in like tough spots because they like feel like they have that guy, but like they don't.
No, Caleb's that guy.
And Caleb's that guy.
He is.
Because you got the Panthers, you know. Pretty much all these teams are just wishing Caleb Williams was 1 year older. Because he would have been the first
He's
pick
literally
last year.
the new Pat Mahomes, or he's going to be the new Pat Mahomes.
They're already saying like they think he's like just as good as him.
That's a little crazy.
I
Yeah,
think he's
that is
better
a
in the
little
run
crazy.
game, a little bit.
Probably. But Patrick Mahomes not a scrub in the run game.
No, he's
either.
definitely not. But
All right, we have our picks for that game. Next game, Chicago at Kansas City.
This
Kansas
spread's
City.
got to be north of 10, right?
Yeah, it's
12.5.
minus 12.5.
I just have a hard time taking a spread that big.
I'm taking Kansas City on both ends. I think the Bears are god awful, and all the shit that's
They
going
should
on
take
with them.
Caleb
you guys see
Williams.
it was the footage of field of view.
Yeah.
It was like 3 wide open receivers, and he was just sitting in the pocket.
And
got sacked.
they're just going like bad locker room this week.
Yeah, he was
like,
talking crap
he-
about his coach.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it's the coaching, and then their defensive coordinator just resigned. They're just looking bad this week, looking bad this season. I think Casey fucking wipes them.
I was going to say, I do have a hard time taking a spread that big, but for this matchup, I'm going to take KC.
Yeah, same.
All right, so we're all on Casey for both.
I think Mahomes just bounces back in general.
Mahomes is about to have a monster game. I could feel it.
Yeah,
incoming.
so
But what if Fields has a monster game?
I wouldn't say this is a get-right game for Mahomes like it was for Allen last week because Allen had a terrible week 1. But I'd say this is like a get-right for the offense this week to, like, you know, put
But
that
I think
Chiefs, you
this
know-
is the week where we find it the wide receiver 1 for the team.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But, I think this is a week that the Chiefs, go back to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And they start lighting it up.
When are the Bengals going to go back to the Bengals?
We'll talk about it.
When Burrow's healthy.
Next game, last game on the afternoon slate for Sunday, Dallas at Arizona.
This spread's got to be north of 10 too, right?
Yeah, so it's the same, minus 12.5.
I'm going to, again, I know I don't like doing it, but I just don't see a world where Dallas doesn't cover.
This is going to be the first. Actually, we're still not even going to see Dak have to play that much offense.
No, like it's.
I'm taking Dallas, and I rode the wave the last 2 weeks. I'm taking the Cards to cover again. They're 2-0 against the spread. Can't fight it.
And it's a 13-point spread, basically. Like
it's hard. The Cardinals get paid to play football too.
No, yeah, I agree, but I'm just going to take Dallas.
But like Dobbs against that Dallas defense.
Micah Parsons might have 6 sacks this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go Dallas minus 12.5.
You know, maybe take Dallas, not just anytime touchdown score, but 2 touchdowns.
What, defense?
What?
Look up
Their
the odds.
defense?
Yeah,
Look
that's
up
what I
the
meant,
odds for
sorry.
it.
I got you.
But yeah, no, I just...
Bro, honestly.
This could lead for a backdoor cover, or it could be a sneaky little...
Plus 470.
Or it could be one of those sneaky games where, like, Arizona keeps it tight.
Plus 470 for 2 defensive
Not for one.
touchdowns.
For 2, it's plus 4,300.
I'm throwing something on that.
I might throw 3 touchdowns. No.
All right. Next game, we have Pittsburgh at Las Vegas for Sunday Night Football. Vegas is favored by 2.5.
Is this the one where Jimmy G wins games, you think?
No, I don't believe Jimmy G wins games on this one. I believe
I'm taking,
Pittsburgh wins games on this one.
I'm taking the Berg outright.
Same.
This is like Pittsburgh's week to like show they're a good team, I think.
Yeah.
Their defense saved their ass this week. So
And Pickens, that 70-yard touchdown.
I think Pickens has a good week this week. I think he gets to showing he's that guy for Pittsburgh. Pickett's kind of struggling. That kind of concerns me.
He might not be the guy.
He might not be. Hey, what if the Steelers trade? I don't think the Steelers would be that bad to get a top pick, but I think they might be able to. They could trade.
Kirk would look really good on that Pittsburgh offense.
Yeah, but I was gonna say they could possibly trade up for Caleb Williams.
Honestly, Pickett feels like Kirk's little brother.
No, he really does.
But Kirk's
like the same person.
I feel like Kirk would just make Deontay Johnson Pickens just nasty.
Yeah.
Kirk's a good quarterback, but I just I feel bad, dude. After watching that QB documentary on Netflix, dude, he's just such a good guy.
I know.
Where it's just you want him to win, but it's I don't he's just not gonna be that guy like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen.
I was gonna say Kirk just doesn't have that he doesn't have that personality that's just out there. He's just so quiet, laid back, and that it's
you like that.
He doesn't have the
that was just
personality
one
where
moment.
this guy's the balls.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking about on-field play too. He's just not that Patrick Mahomes.
No, yeah, he
Joe
doesn't have
Burrow.
that it factor.
Yeah, the it factor. He's still a good quarterback. Can win you games, make the playoffs.
And you
for
put
your
the right
franchise.
team around him, they could be a contender.
Exactly.
A
Yeah,
few
the
years ago
Vikings
they
were. I would say the Vikings were a contender last year,
Yeah, they were.
but.
Just needed a better defense.
So we have 2 more games left, both on Monday night. We have Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. I'm going to take Philadelphia to win. I'm taking Tampa Bay to cover.
What's the spread?
4.5, Philly.
I'm going to ride the bake show. I'm going to go plus 4.5, but Philly to win too.
Okay.
Philly just hasn't looked like the same team from last year,
Yeah,
I could see Tampa covering.
I'm gonna go Philly minus 4.5.
Okay, so you're going with both Philly.
Hey, me and Joe disagreed.
You disagreed on a couple. But, yeah, I think Tampa Bay's look good. They're also home. I always take being at home into factor. Probably a dumb move, but I think Tampa's looked good. Philly's DBs haven't looked great, and Tampa Bay's passing attack is what's been kind of going for them.
Yeah.
So I think they could be able to win outright. I'm not going to go that far.
I kind of
But-
hope they do.
I hope they
the
do.
Eagles. I hope the Bucks win.
Oh, if they win this game, the bake show's back, baby. He's fully back.
So is Mike Evans. He's getting an extension, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, again, fuck you to that guy who told me Mike Evans isn't going to be good because of Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I just had the
He'll be
most
good with
monster
anyone.
game.
I'm so petty about that. But last game, this is a very interesting
Yeah,
one.
it is.
We got the Rams at Cincinnati.
Bengals are favored.
Bengals are favored by 3.
I can't get on the Bengals until they prove it to me. I'm going to go Rams +3 and Rams outright. I find it hard to believe Bengals start 0-3.
I feel like we're all going to take that.
Puka, offensive player of
Because
the
they're
year.
saying Burrow might not play this week.
So, I know we're like picking now. Fuck. We can't switch picks once we lock it in, right?
No.
So, in this case, just so I can hedge my bets, I'm going to take Cincinnati to win, Rams +3.
I don't know why this just came to my head, but I know in our recap we've been kind of going about awards at the end of the year. Puka could win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
No.
No.
He's got to be like the favorite.
Please
right now.
no. Please no.
I
I need Bijan to win.
Bro, he's literally nasty. 20 targets last week.
Dude,
Dude,
if Cup ends up missing more time, Puka's winning it.
That 3-award
Bro,
parlay.
even with Cup, it's doable. Like, actually.
That 3-leg parlay I have for future, where it's Tyreek Hill, Offensive Player of the Year, Bijan, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Carter, Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's $5 to win 3,000.
You better pray to God that Cup comes back soon. Like
He's gonna come back week 5. It'll be all right. I don't think Puka's gonna be a scrub, but dude, Bijan's putting up numbers too.
Puka just set like records. So like, dude,
I know he had like the craziest record.
I'm
like,
not
ever.
handing the crown to Puka Nacua after week 2.
What about after this week? He has 20 targets, 170 yards again.
He's still got 14 more weeks to go.
True.
But yeah, so
14 more opportunities.
I'm gonna hedge my bets there. I'm gonna take Cincy. It's hard to, if they have Joe Burrow, it's hard to believe they start out 0-3. And if they start out 0-3, their season's fucking over.
Yeah.
Which pains me to say. Like I
I don't know about over, but
I'm gonna be so sad on Monday if it happens.
I think they could still sneak into a wild card if they go 0-3.
Yeah, probably, because I mean, as loaded as we thought the AFC was gonna be this year, I mean, not a lot of
AFC
teams.
can
Bro,
go
the
anyway.
NFC's looking like the better conference.
It really is, to be honest. Like AFC, you got the Dolphins 2-0, the Chiefs are 1-1, Ravens are 2-0, Jags 1-1, Bills 1-1, all NFC teams. Bengals 0-2, Browns 1-1. They just lost Chubb. Titans 1-1. I mean, it could still be a dogfight, but I don't think the AFC is as good as we thought it was really going to be. But yeah, Joe, what are you taking?
The Rams +3.5.
And money line?
Yeah.
All right. Rams. All right. So those are our picks. If you want to compete to win $20, just like and follow us. Bada boom, bada bing. That's how we do it. All right.
We about to do the draft.
Love, hate.
Love hate.
All right, you guys start off.
I'm
I'm
starting
gonna
to
fill
hate
my water.
I'm starting to hate this segment because I'm just so done with fantasy after Nick Chubb fucking.
I've been getting a lot of mine right, actually. My love hates.
Yeah, I'm just so.
Oh, and by the way, Nick, Niners money line plus Giants to cover the spread.
Okay. I'll note it. But yeah, you want to get started with your QB love?
My QB love, Kirk Cousins versus the Chargers. We were just talking about him.
I have the same one.
Yeah, I think he shreds this Chargers defense.
I just think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
And he's first in the league in passing yards.
I think it's gonna go over too. The over in that game.
Just rip the Zin on screen.
No, we're not sponsored yet.
Yeah. Just yeah. How do you know?
That's
What if
not.
I was drinking a Gatorade? We can't use it, and we're not sponsored.
Ugh, whatever. All right, your love for the week, Cabral, for QB?
Baker Mayfield
Versus Eagles.
Yeah, they're gonna be like it's gonna be a high scoring game.
I like it. Me and Joe.
Fantasy wise, or like just in like general.
Oh, fantasy wise too. Mike Evans touchdown, 60 yards minimum. Honestly,
I have Mike Evans in my wide receiver for love this week. So
And me and Joe both had Kirk Cousins for our QB love.
no, that's valid, 100%. He's been going crazy. He's
Yep.
like the QB3 right now.
So my QB hate for the week is Mac Jones. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game against the Jets. Mac Jones has looked good this season, but not, like, crazy. So, I don't know. I'm fucking sick of fantasy. I don't even really want to do this, to be honest, but I'm doing it for the people.
Kids heat.
I can't tell. Like, I almost cried Monday night. Like, I was on my couch in the fetal position, just like I've never been out of fantasy this early. In the
you're
season.
not out though.
I don't know, man. It's
This one might surprise you guys, but I'm not feeling Goff this week versus Atlanta.
He with your love the past 2 weeks now? Or
Yeah, he was. But I don't know.
week one.
That Atlanta defense is kind of scary. AJ Terrell's looking really good. I still think he does solid though, 2 touchdowns, but I'm not big on him in fantasy this week.
Your hate?
My hate, and I'm still starting him early. I hate Trevor Lawrence this week. Honestly, should I put in Daniel Jones right now? I hate him too this week, actually.
No.
What time is it?
I think Daniel Jones is going to do good.
You got
Dude,
8 minutes.
You got to think of it.
Figure it out.
No Saquon Barkley. He's going to be the one that rushes
Bro, but
the
I
ball.
saw his stats in games with Saquon versus without. They're so bad without. But
Yeah, the Giants,
The
as
Bucs.
Stephen A. always says, are Saquon Barkley and a bag of chips.
Yeah,
So tonight
no, it
they're
is.
the bag of chips.
But I think last year Trevor's stats against Houston were really bad. I don't think it's going to be a high passing game for him. So I hate him.
All right.
Lawrence just hasn't really looked good in general.
Oh yeah, you can't even do it now. They're about to kick off.
Damn it.
Running back loves.
Kenneth Walker versus Carolina.
I like
I
it.
think he showed his potential last week. He's the true RB1. We kind of thought
he ripped up my fantasy team last week too.
A lot of people
Hate
thought he was
talking
gonna
about
split work in the backfield. He kind of went late in fantasy, later than I expected. But I don't know. I love him versus Carolina.
I should have
this
kept him in our league over Garrett Wilson.
week. Yeah, that's true. What was it, the 9th round? Or
I would have had Kenneth in the 10th, but I kept Garrett in the 9th. But how could I have predicted Rodgers?
yeah.
Monday Night Football.
My love running back for the week is Miles Sanders going against Kenneth Walker.
Interesting.
That is
I don't
kind of
know.
interesting.
Why?
Seattle, I'm looking at numbers here too. Seattle allows the 7th most points to running back so far, and he doesn't really have
What
much
is this
competition.
game that's on
dude.
right now?
Wait, what the hell?
Speaking of Kenneth
Oh,
Walker,
I don't have Amazon on.
Oh, we're watching the Seahawks Lions game.
I was so confused.
Pause. Pause, boys. We'll edit this out.
Bro, I was like,
No,
I was like Kenneth Walker. I look over, he's running the football.
we can continue this though. Why do you think Miles Sanders is surprising? He's the main guy there in Carolina.
What?
Why do you think Miles Sanders is a surprising love for me?
Oh, I don't know.
He's been
I
good.
I just didn't expect that out of 32 running backs.
No, I know, I gotcha, but I think he's
I
a
need
solid RB2
On
this week.
Prize Picks, I took him to score 1 receiving touchdown the whole year. He was only +1.
Well, week 1 he had 4 catches. Week 2
And he said they wanted to get him involved in the passing game already. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, and if I'm Bryce Young and I can't see over the O-line and I'm not experienced enough to figure this out,
Dude,
I'm dinking
actually-
and dunking to my running backs.
Actually, thinking about it, dude, Bryce Young's about to be a problem.
Game's on, boys.
All right, McCaffrey's rushing for 1,000 yards. This game, bro.
All
Holy
right.
shit.
My running back love is Kyron Williams for the Rams. Guy's been going off the last 2 weeks.
I'm
I'll
so
leave it
happy
at that.
I picked him up before Cam Akers.
Don't
fucking
sleep on Zach
shit
Evans,
the
too.
bed.
And my running back hate is
ass.
Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going to keep him in the doghouse until Dan Campbell wants to actually use him.
I need this to be the week he breaks out. I can't be 0-3 in our league.
Falcons defense is pretty good too. So
Yeah,
leave it at that.
I'm out on James Cook this week. I was hyping him up a lot.
Can't do that. It's a baby game, bro.
Yeah.
He's
I don't
having a
know.
baby.
I'll give him the touchdown, but I don't know about the yards. So I'm still out on him.
If he has 40 yards and a tutty, that's 10 points
That's
right
what
there.
he's projected, though.
It's 10 points. It's not a terrible fantasy game for our RB2.
No, I'm going to leave him at hate.
This might be a crazy hate, but I hate Najee Harris, and he's versus
That's
the
not
Raiders.
crazy.
I think I hate him every week.
That's not
Yeah,
crazy.
I do hate him. I'm just saying,
Dude,
he's versing the third worst defense
I
against
swear
running
to
backs.
God, I could run a faster 40 than Najee Harris. I'm not even
Probably.
kidding.
He
He
I
looks
honestly
so
think Najee sucks.
he
I don't
looks
think he's good.
so slow on the field, it's crazy.
Brock takes a sack. But no, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't draft him. He only had 1 good year, and it was the rookie year. The guy stinks.
All right, let's get into our wide receiver love and hates, and then we'll do the draft of duos.
I already talked about it, but Mike Evans versus the Eagles, I love it.
Yep, he's looked good so far.
Big play Slay is not making a big play this week.
My wide receiver love is George Pickens. I think this is the week he proves he's that bona fide wide receiver 1.
Wait, who are they versing? Sorry.
the Raiders.
Oh yeah, no, Pickens will probably
Eyes
get
are
a
right
touchdown.
here. We need to start focusing on that.
Sorry, the game's on, but no, I think Pickens is in for a big game too. Like what? But his touchdown last week a little fluky, but he's probably going to see more volume overall this week. And he's just a monster. He monsters everyone.
Yeah, my hate is kind of goes that Allen Robinson. A lot of people with the Deontay Johnson injury, they're gonna think Allen Robinson. Speaking of Allen Robinson, like what a fall off. Like actually,
no, he went from being like a borderline top 10 receiver to outside
everyone
the top
thought
30.
Him on the Rams with Stafford was gonna would come
Him on the Bears too.
Well,
I had so much faith in him on the Rams, dude.
Yeah,
I thought he.
I had it when he was on the Bears. It was fucking awful.
Well, it was like 1 week he'd have a good game, the next week he gets one catch.
Yeah, my wide receiver hate is Cortland Sutton. I just don't like the Broncos.
There's nothing exciting about that offense.
No.
Like I probably
And I think Mims looks good. Judy looks all right. You know,
the only thing I like about their offense is Javonte Williams. I'm just a fan of his, but like they haven't really gave him a chance.
I just hate the
And he's still
Broncos.
recovering.
Yeah, that's true.
My wide receiver love is Zay Flowers. I think like he's been really good as a rookie his first 2 weeks, and he's going against a very bad
No
Indy
OBJ
secondary.
either this week.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's good, big for him. I didn't even realize that. I thought OBJ was just questionable so far. But this could be like the Zay Flowers breakout week where you have like the big monster game. And my wide receiver hates. I'm actually doing 2. And I know it's hard to hate Calvin Ridley. I'm just not a fan of the Jags putting up crazy passing numbers this week. So I'm not crazy about Ridley this week, but my hate is Christian Kirk.
What Nick said.
So just any Jags.
Yeah, like I'm just
Receiver.
not a fan of the Jags.
I think
passing
ETN.
I have
This
to
is a
bring
game for
up
him.
last week. This dude Nick was like, "Yeah, Calvin."
I know what you're talking about.
He was like, "Yo, Calvin Ridley looked insane this week." The dude, I looked at his
20
stats.
yards.
He had 2
20
catches
yards.
for 32
Nah, but
yards.
I think he said that because when we were watching Red Zone, like he made a crazy catch, and Nick was like, "Yo, that was nasty."
No, when he said that, I was
Jesus
dying.
Christ.
20 yards.
20 yards. He looked
Yo, he
fucking
went
bad.
He was
crazy.
like, Calvin Ridley looked insane, man.
Yo, this
He
is
looked
a-
insane today. Those 2 catches. Hey, Ridley did get hurt. He
Hey,
hurt a
that's
little bit.
16 yards per catch.
No, it is. It's good yards.
Pretty
per
ins-
catch.
that's a
Cracked off
pretty
the field
insane
goal
yards
post.
per catch. George Kittle.
Do you have him first, Teddy?
Yeah. All right, let's get into the duos.
So who gets first? This
I went-
Nick fucked that up. I think it's you. You get first pick. Cabral gets second. I get third. We
I like the
doing
back
8
of
rounds.
8 rounds.
8 rounds.
Okay.
We could honestly do 10 since it's us 3, but let's stick to 8.
No, I'm not doing 10. I have to do
Just
the
'cause the-
graphics,
just
dude.
'cause of the
I'm
graphic.
fucking not putting 10 fucking things.
All right, let's do 20 rounds. If you're good at
All right, so
No, I'm saying I
I feel
don't
like-
want to do that much.
with the first, I feel like any of
I'm-
these picks. Can
A lot
be,
of these are like top tier, bro.
Yeah,
like
that's what
I
I
feel
mean.
like you just really
There's
can't
a lot.
go wrong.
There's a lot of like good picks that can go first round.
They're the clear cut 1 and 2 for me, so I'm fine at the second.
So with one, I'm gonna go Brady and Gronk.
Whew, thank God. Now you make my decision a lot harder. But that was bad. That was like an obvious pick. Shit. I don't know which one Cephalo's going to take. It is back to back. But you know what,
I wanted to get my sports one out of the way because I'm not.
That's
going
a
back
that's
to
a good
sports.
idea. That's a good idea.
Well, I'm going to go opposite. Going animated. I'm going Spongy and Pat.
Damn, that's like a bona
They
fide
might
top
be
3.
the most iconic duo since 95 or 99 or whatever.
I thought you-
like,
I was gonna
Sims.
make a joke, but it would have had to get edited out.
wait, what? No, say it.
Nah, I can't.
Okay.
All right, with my first pick, I'm gonna go Batman and Robin.
Damn it.
I like it.
I was between them two.
I was gonna take that too.
With my second pick, I'm gonna go with like a nice little iconic video game duo,
Oh my
Mario and Luigi.
I wish I had the third pick. This sucks. My draft's over. Those are like,
Bro, you're bugging, dude.
I don't know where I go here. I'm just looking at my list.
Is it
now.
me or you? It's you,
me.
right?
You just screwed everything up. This is like the worst day of my life. But I'm going to go Joker and Harley Quinn.
All right, I like it.
I hate that pick.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel
that's
like
a good
there's so
pick.
much more on the board.
No, there is, but I want
I
to
like it
secure them.
because I probably would have took that like round 4.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I
round
reached.
4.
Well, you just screwed me up. My whole mindset's off.
Good.
All right. Dude, there's so many to choose from. Round 2. I'm going to go Rocket and Groot.
I didn't even think of them. That's a great duo. That is great. I am Groot.
And then for 3, oh my gosh, there's so many, dude. I think I'm going to go, bro, Jules Winfield and Vincent Vega.
I had them on my
I had
list.
them written down.
Pulp Fiction duo.
All right, I'm going to get my sports one out of the way. I'm going to go Kobe and Shaq.
I like it.
I feel like they were the best duo.
They were going to be my
on the board.
one-on-one, but I can't go Brady.
Honestly, I meant to take them in the second round, but my mind just boggled.
Just follow and messed
I mean, it
everything
made
up.
it back to you.
Is it my pick?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with Drake and Josh,
Oh, I like it.
Very good
I had
pick.
them on mine, too.
and then since you guys got your sports ones out of the way, I guess I'll just get mine out of the way. The only one I really have, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Splash Brothers, Steph and Clay.
I like it because
We talked about that
on the car.
ride over here. Here.
People might hate that one though because a lot of people just hate the fucking Warriors. But guys,
Yeah.
just keep in mind, they've won 4 rings together. All right.
No, they did. I hate them.
I
I
hate
just
them
hate
too.
them as
well,
a-
I have respect for them.
I hate them as
I
people,
used to hate them,
people
though.
and players. I
Wow,
just
people
dislike them.
too?
Yeah,
Damn.
No, Clay the cocky little asshole, dude. I don't like
he
him.
really is.
I kind of like his shit talk though.
What, when he throws up the 4?
Like when the Grizzlies were talking all that shit and like he like fell at half court and Clay's like in his face, like shuffling in his face. But Cabral, back to you.
All right. I'm going to go Shrek and Donkey.
Damn it!
I like it.
I was gonna take that one this round, but I was like, I want to get my sports one out of the way. Damn it!
They're
that
just
was
so
one of-
iconic.
No, 100%. Damn, that sucks. All right, Joe.
So, oh, dude, I'm like undecided on a few of these. I think I'm gonna go Anakin and Obi-Wan.
I was thinking about it, but I took Anakin and
Yeah, Padawan and the
Master.
Master. So there's that. This one I'm kind of undecided on. I think I'm gonna go Tyrion and Braun.
That's a really good
It's
pick.
like low key.
I had a hard time thinking of the Game of Thrones duos and which one like stood out the most, but now that I think about
I
it,
think
they
their
probably
duo
do.
lasted the longest in Game of Thrones, besides Jaime and Brienne.
Yeah.
This is my pick.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna go. You reminded me of the Star Wars one. I'm gonna go R2D2
And C-3PO. Yeah, for me it was either
Every scene with them's always funny, and I just love Star Wars.
R2.
That was my 5th round pick, right?
Yes.
We're flying through this thing. Jesus.
Well, there's only 3 of us too.
Yeah.
So I have 4 right now, so I'm at 5 and 6. All right. So I'm gonna go Jesse Pinkman and Walter White.
I knew that was coming. Honestly, late for them.
Yeah.
That was a steal.
And then I'm going to go with maybe one of the most iconic cartoons of all time,
No.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh, thank God. That's a great pick, but I thought you were about to take my pick. That's a phenomenal one, though. But here, now I'm worried Joe might take him. I'm just going to get him out of the way. I don't know if you guys even thought of him. I'm going to take Cosmo and Wanda.
I wasn't thinking about that, but I respect it.
A little green and pink.
There's another cartoon duo that I'm surprised people didn't take. Was it me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to take them, but I'm going to go Step Brothers.
Oh, that's a good. I didn't even think of that.
They're
one.
on my list.
Damn,
I'm honestly surprised they went to round 6.
that might win you the draft.
No, it might, honestly. Who was it? No, I'm kidding.
Dale.
What is that?
Dale and Brennan.
Brennan and Dale.
And then,
Last pick.
No, this is round 7.
Yeah, but he is. No, this is beginning of round 8.
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure. No.
Oh wait, no, you're right. You're right.
I was going to say, I got to... This one...
I accidentally wrote down one of your picks under him, but I had an arrow. Shut up, bitch.
This one I'm going to go...
Shut up, bitch.
I'm going to go Scooby and Shaggy.
I had that written down.
They were on my list. They were.
So
Is it
what,
mine?
What round was that? 7 or 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7.
Alright,
so you have one more.
I have one more left. All right.
All right, so I'm going to pick a little rap duo here. I'm going to take Eminem and Dr. Dre.
I
That was
like
a
it.
good one.
I was thinking
Dr.
rap-
Dre built his career.
Outkast is another good rap one.
No, I know. I was thinking between the two of them, but Eminem and Dr. Dre, big part of us growing up in middle school and stuff.
Well, the good thing about this kind of flying by is that we'll have a lot of honorable mentions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
that was good. I have another music one, but I just don't feel like it'll win me the draft.
Just spit it
We'll
out.
just do it for personal preference.
That's what
Yeah,
I did
okay.
a few of them.
So for my 7th pick, I'm gonna go Sully and Mike Wazowski.
Oh
That's
my
actually
God, that's a steal.
Or even Buzz and Woody.
You just revealed.
I have them written down, but I'm not gonna do
You
it.
revealed my next pick, but now I'm not even gonna pick them.
I'm not taking them.
And then my last one, I'm gonna take like a wrestling duo that everyone loved growing up.
No.
The Hardy Boys.
Dude, that was going to be my 8th pick.
That might have just won you the draft.
That was going to be my 8th pick.
I know Music's gonna love that one, dude.
No.
Bro, when he's all junked out in the match, he's like,
I forgot about them. That's honestly a top 4
Dude.
round pick.
they were going to be my 8th pick. So are you finished with the 8th?
Yeah, I'm done.
So
I
it's
think
my
this is
pick?
Cabral's last one.
And then my last one.
Yep.
I just feel like this is a cartoon duo that has to go at some point. I'm going to take Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I had them
I don't know
written
how
down.
they haven't gotten picked.
I haven't really watched that show, to be honest.
No,
so
it's a funny
It's really
show.
I
good.
can't.
It's really good.
No, I know. I just can't pick them because I just haven't watched it.
Oh, dude, there's a few that, I don't know who...
I have a couple good honorable mentions, too.
So,
Get to.
I have a lot.
fuck, dude, there's so many. It's my last pick, dude.
Indeed.
I'm not going to take this. Actually, just give me Tatum and Brown.
Yeah,
I thought
just
about
give me
it.
That's
Tatum and
such a
Brown.
pander pick. God damn, everyone's gonna vote on that.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how he went to the 8th round, honestly.
But I was going to take...
So everyone loves that duo, but let's be real. They will be one day, but they're not all time NBA duo
Yeah,
right now.
no,
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
it's just
No,
You gotta take it.
I respect the panda pick.
But all right, honorable mentions. Do you have?
Yeah, I was going to do Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
That's an
That's a
interesting one.
sleeper pick, honestly.
Another one is, they have a movie coming out, but Wolverine and Deadpool.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't pick this one, Joe. Mandalorian and
I
Grogu.
have them there.
I'm surprised you
next-
didn't pick them.
Right next to Bill and Ted.
But you did pick Anakin and Obi-Wan. So
Yeah, so I
I'm
didn't want
assuming
to
you
do
didn't want to
too
get
many
too.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
I
too
also
many
have
Star Wars.
Daft Punk.
Yeah. Oh, so for the music ones.
Fuck, I should have picked Peacemaker and Vigilante, bro.
So for the music one, I wanted to do. This is probably the best fucking music duo of all time. They fucking hated each other, but I feel like no one was gonna appeal to this pick. John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
that
The Beatles.
that would have been a really good pick. I
Yeah.
didn't even think of them.
But another one I had, Joseph mentioned Woody and Buzz. Another wrestling one, DX, Shawn Michaels and
Yeah.
Triple H.
I also have Aang and Katara on here. From
No,
Avatar.
Avatar.
I thought about them too.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yep.
Stephen A. and Skip Bayless.
Oh, God.
Kanye and Jay-Z. That's a good one.
Cabral on his right hand.
And then I have two more cartoon ones that I'd like to mention. Dora and Boots. That's a good one.
Yeah,
And
no, that's a
then,
really good one.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Patty the Platypus.
I didn't even think of them, but that's a really good one.
Yeah, so those are my honorable mentions.
To start off mine, I think Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart are a good duo.
I have
in
them
real
written
life.
down.
My next one, Steve and Dustin, Stranger Things. I'm
That's a
surprised
good
Brian and Stewie Griffin didn't go, but maybe you don't think of them as a duo. You think of them
Yeah, I
solo.
just feel like there's too many duos on that show. But obviously, they're a clear duo.
No, yeah. And then this cartoon, it's just one of the most strange cartoons I remember growing up. But Red and Stimpy's kind of iconic, I feel
Yeah.
like, for Nickelodeon.
Your SpongeBob Patrick pick was really good. If that didn't go
Ren and
top
Stimpy's
3,
a good one.
if that didn't go top 3, we would have got fucking clowned.
And I don't know how this duo didn't get drafted. I just didn't want to be the one to do it because he's not the GOAT in my book. But Pippen and Jordan. Like,
See, I
Yeah,
would have drafted
I-
him, but I just don't care for the Bulls.
I don't care for Jordan either.
then I would just have like Mahomes and Kelsey, and then I was gonna say Barney Stinson in his suits, but
Barney and Ted.
suits.
Nothing suits me like a suit. But
Yeah,
alright,
that's
boys.
basically it. Then maybe Craig and Tweak.
That wraps it up, I think.
Yeah, that wraps up the show. So, boys, good little week. Good luck on your bets this weekend. Oh, let me pull up the standings before we get into week 2, just so everyone's kind of updated. So, first place, you have moi at 38, 25, and 1.
Rigged.
Okay. Cabral, 36, 27, and 1. Nick, 33, 30, and 1. And then Joseph, 33, 30. 30, 33, and 1. So
I'll win first after this week.
it's a close race. Yeah, you had a tough week last week, but there's always time to bounce back.
Week 2 is kind of like crazy though.
It really was. It really was. But yeah, that about wraps it up, boys. Like I said, if you want to win $20, like and follow us on the post, and then send us your picks, and hopefully you get chosen. If you don't win, pot goes up $5 every week.
Make sure you comment any duos we missed too, because I guarantee we missed a lot.
Dude, there's
of them.
probably so many that we left
I
out.
know.
Yeah, 100%.
I bugged at the joke.
People were low key butthurt about the TV.
Dude,
the movie
Bryce
guys.
Hall and Josh Richards.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Shut up.
The D'Amelios,
Oh, bro.
the Cavender twins,
They're
Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Fuck.
That is a good one, dude.
All right, let's fucking sign off, boys. Next episode will be Monday. Peace out. Love you guys.